Welcome to another Ultimate Reels video. Today we discuss 5 lottery winners who won big but lost it all. Number 5. Lisa Arcand. In April 2004, Lisa lived in Lawrence, Massachusetts as a single mother when she decided to purchase her lottery ticket. She wanted to be that one lucky winner, and to her luck, her purchase would pay off. When she cashed in her ticket, she would become a millionaire, winning $1 million. Like a majority of people on this list, Lisa splurged immediately. She started by throwing a party for her closest friends and family, featuring several bottles of expensive wines, ranging from $200 a bottle. It didn't take long for her to spread the wealth to her son, enrolling him in a private school, costing $10,000 a year in tuition. Talk about expensive! Of course, the extravagant vacations and purchases of multiple homes followed, but Lisa had one dream purchase that she hadn't made yet. Lisa wanted to open a seafood restaurant in her hometown, and she made her dream come true. However, 6 months after opening, she was forced to close the eatery due to financial trouble. Debt soon followed, and in 2007, she commented on her lottery experience saying, "Winning the lottery is not all it's cracked out to be. Actually, it's been very depressing." Number 4. Michael Carroll. Imagine waking up, getting ready for your job as a garbage man, and realizing that you've won the lottery. Michael Carroll won $14 million at only 19 years old. 19 years old! How much money did you have at 19? Upon winning, he decided to be generous and give his family $7 million. Michael became notorious for the name Lotto Lout, throwing wild parties at his mansion in Suffolk. That mansion cost him $730,000. Neighbors were not a fan of these non-stop parties and random demolition derbies Mike would throw in the middle of the night. He would also regularly fund trips with his friends to Spanish brothels. 8 years later, Mike had burned through all his money and lost all 3 of his properties. When Michael was asked about losing his fortune, he had this to say: "I don't look back with any regrets, that's for sure. It was 10 years of fun for £1. You can't go wrong with that." He now works for a coal mine delivering coals and logs for about £10 an hour, and even claims he isn't bitter about the lifestyle change. Sure, Michael, sure you aren't. Number 3. Janite Lee. Janite Lee was unlike most lottery winners. She chose to give much of her money to charity. With her $18 million winnings, she donated sizable amounts to the Washington University School of Law. She even donated hundreds of thousands to presidential political campaigns, earning her dining seats with Bill Clinton and Al Gore. Janet was a great giver, but wasn't the best when it came to managing or making financial decisions. Janet purchased a $1 million home, but instead of buying it with her lottery winnings, she decided to make payments on it. This became problematic because in addition to her mortgage, she reportedly borrowed millions from banks and credit cards to lease luxury cars. In an attempt to correct these mistakes, Janet started paying off loans ahead of schedule, but ended up in a much deeper hole, resulting in penalties of almost $1 million. It only took 8 years, and Janet was in a far worse financial situation than she was before winning the $18 million. Before filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, she had no more than $600 to her name and was $2.5 million in debt. Number 2. Loueisenberg. In 1981, Loueisenberg hit the lottery, and his $5 million winnings were the biggest payout ever at the time. He elected to receive monthly installments, which amounted to around $120,000 after taxes for 20 years. Upon receiving the first couple of payments, he embraced the luxury life, buying an ocean view condo and taking grand vacations to Hawaii, California, and Europe. Lou was also known to be very generous, willing to help anyone he felt needed some extra cash. He was married 3 times and none of them lasted. The divorce from 2 of the marriages would be very costly, eating up more than half of his winnings. Fast forward to 20 years later, and Eisenberg cashed his last check and was now broke. He's now 82 years old and lives in a mobile home on Social Security and pension income, amounting to $1,000 a month. Number 1. Denise Rossi. Can you imagine being happily married for 25 years and suddenly your spouse asks for a divorce out of nowhere? Well, Denise Rossi tried to pull a quick one on her husband, winning the lottery just 11 days prior to demanding a divorce. She won $1.3 million in the California lottery and didn't mention it in her divorce case. This did not sit well with the Los Angeles court. The judge determined that Rossi acted out of malice based on her deposition, indicating that she didn't want her husband getting his hands on any of the winnings. In light of this information, the judge ruled that she paid her husband all of her winnings, every penny. I guess it does pay to be honest. Subscribe to Ultimate Reels for more top 10 videos, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching!